Hello and welcome to Baby Bets Only Live, where Pageant sibling Laura leaves the group chat. I'm Jossie, the eldest. I'm here with Michaela
Hi, I'm Michaela. I'm the middle, obviously.
and Drew. Drew, are you
Hi,
with us?
I am Drew. I'm the youngest, obviously.
The topic for today's lore is mom. Who is mom? Let's discuss.
I've just
Everybody
been
pick a
thinking about
word.
I've just been thinking about the Young and the Restless music because you said intro music.
Should we use that? Should we pull in the Y&R track?
That's my mom intro music.
My mom intro music is that one song from Point of Grace. When you're walking in the dead of night.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe that can be the closing.
Perfect. Keep the
One
candle
steady heart in a world that's turning.
bop. It still bops. Anyways, back to who is mom in a word. Jossie, what would you say?
My gosh.
Um, I would say okay, well, the first
For the
word that
record,
I
Jossie did
just thought
create
this was
this.
actually my prompt, so I didn't think about my own answer. I thought others would have good ideas. Um, but surprisingly, the first word that just came to my mind is chill, which I actually think is patently false.
I think my word is also kind of false, but I'll get there.
I maybe, maybe that just shows the evolution of mom. Like, back in the day, I would say mom was the opposite of chill. She was, a little bit neurotic, not in a bad way, just in a, like she valued the details. She like had an expectation for the way things were going to go and she made it happen. And that's an admirable quality. But I think, like as everyone like has moved through life, I would say mom has become very chill. She's like there to vibe and I appreciate that. She likes to consume her content, lounge around, and honestly, that's goals.
Big consumer of content. Number one content consumer.
What I aspire to, honestly.
One takeaway, consume your content.
Alright, Drew, what's your word? You said you had a good one.
Mine was unassuming.
Interesting. Explain.
But
Unpack.
you said chill, and you're like, "I think that's false." I'm like, "Well, it could be false in a sense." But I think unassuming because I always saw mom as never wanting to be the center of attention, which was funny because the longer we've gone on, the more center of attention she's become. But that's not
A
in a
sick,
bad way.
it's a sick
That's not
joke
in a
for
bad
her.
way.
Yeah, that's also great. Everyone deserves to be the center of
She's
attention
become the center of
sometimes.
attention because people appreciate her. I think unassuming because it sounds bizarre, but she remembers all the little details and she loves deeply when you would like never expect it to. Mom had a lot of hours chilling on her own, kind of doing solo missions, but yet she always knew all the little things and she always remembered all the things and she knew how to talk to you. She knew how to pick you up even if she wasn't around you constantly. So I think that's unassuming, but in a good light.
Assuming complimentary in parentheses.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Tris.
like that.
This is positive.
2 words.
Oh, an
No,
overachiever.
one
Because she
word,
got to go last.
one word.
Well, one of my words is kind of similar to you guys and having it like it's not encapsulating her really at all, but it like comes to my mind and it's mysterious. I feel like
Ooh.
there was a long time didn't really know too much about mom's personality, about what mom really loves, about what mom really cares about or values. And I feel really lucky that I've gotten to learn more of that in the last 5 or so years. But I think still there are things that she'll like talk about or memories that she has or things like that that I'm like, I would have never guessed that you did that. I would have never guessed that you enjoyed that. I would have never guessed that you would have lived that life. And one example is like I sent her a picture of my first time on a jet ski and she was like, "Oh yeah, I used to love a sea-doo." I was like, "What?" And then she starts
Pulled
about
out the verbiage too.
yes, the dune buggy ride she would go on, all
Brand name.
this stuff, and I'm like, "Who is this?" Um, but I think that level of mystery has been um, really interesting to explore a little bit more of getting to know her all throughout the time that I've been able to love her. And then that brings me to my second word, which is loving. Feel like, especially in the time that mom and I have grown our relationship, she is just so incredibly loving. She's one of those people that this may be some of just like her as a person, and this may be some of her being our mom, but like I feel like I can somewhat mask or hide some of what I'm going through to be there for other people often. And when I FaceTime mom, she always sees right through me and somehow responds in a way that's really loving and is caring and um she has like this tone in her voice that's just like a nice warmth and it has like this hush that you just can't help but melt into. And so that's my second word and the more full one, I think.
That's nice. That reminds me of one of the stories that I wanted to share,
Perfect.
which is, my freshman year of college. I remember I came home, like, for the first time my freshman year, it was for winter break, and mom had, like, cleaned my room, and, like, I came in and she had, like, bought a new table lamp, and because the lights in this room are harsh and offensive, um, and I feel it every
Why
single
don't you turn
time
them
I'm
on for
here.
us?
No, thank you. I keep them off as much as possible, but there was, like, a new table lamp, which I still own, which is hilarious. I have it, like, in
It knows
our
quality.
it's like I have it in our guest room. Had to buy a new shade, the pink one, unfortunately, broke. Um, but there was, like, a new table lamp, and she had, like, curated this basket of little, like, treats and, like, things that I might need or want while I was home, and the mini fridge was set up, and it, like, was stocked with things, and it was just so lovely to come home and, like, she prepared everything, and, like, it was so clear that, like, she was happy I was there, and that was really nice.
Jossie is getting emotional. You see it, but I can see it.
I keep backing away from like, "Don't look at me."
That that is so true for mom, and I know we're going a little off script, but like
It's okay, we have time.
doing the things that are just such clear acts of love. Like, I think about all the ways that she, like, went all out for our birthdays
Mm. Mhm.
with our entire classes, with
Oh
the
my
little goodie
gosh.
bags or the this, that, or the other. Like, there were just so many times that she communicated how much she was thinking about and loving all of us.
I think that's, like, part of why, like, Christmas is so important to us, like, collectively too, because like, mom is a phenomenal gifter, and I was just talking to Nate about this the other day. I was like, I feel like a big part of why, like, gifts in general are, like, so important to me and, like, gifting to other people and, like, receiving gifts is really, like, special to me is because, like, mom was such a good gifter, and, like, when she could do it, like, even when, like, times were, like, tougher, she, like, did whatever she could to, like, show you that she cared by, like, knowing, like, what you would like and, like, gifting it, and, like, I feel like that is like, not many people can do that well, and she always did it well.
Mhm.
I never thought someone could turn gift cards into such a special,
Yeah,
extravagant
I
circumstance.
always
Getting a
hated
gift
gift
card is
cards.
the notorious, like, "You didn't think about me at all."
That's so
But
true.
for someone to take that and design a whole event that galvanizes the whole team is remarkable. I don't know how. But also on the note that she's a good gifter. Yeah, there were years where you could tell that she was broken when she couldn't do what she wanted to do. But she still did an incredible job. And to see her like feel bad, just like it helped put in perspective too that because let's be honest, when we were especially young, we got some ridiculous Christmases, like ridiculous. But I mean, with her desire to give well, you could still appreciate the heart behind gift giving and not just the gifts themselves. So I'm glad that we had someone who cared about the emotion behind it and what it meant, and not just throwing money at kids.
Agreed.
Is that your favorite memory, Drew?
Nope.
Do you like to share?
Drew hates gifts.
Yeah. It's hard for me to pick a favorite memory because I have a lot, but I think one that probably a recency bias, but I think of dancing with mom at my wedding because I it's crazy because I thought about it recently. The song that I chose was "Do I Make You Proud" by Taylor Hicks, and I remember oh no, Joss.
Taylor Hicks on American Idol.
He gets me every time.
But I remember, like, Taylor Hicks being on American Idol and mom mom giving the, "Taylor Hicks?"
She would do that thing, like, with it.
Give me one of these.
Currently.
But I didn't even realize the deeper lore with Taylor Hicks when I picked that. But, yes, I had lots of moments to be still with mom, but that was one where everything came together and we just got to admire everything. I'm going. I'm going, you guys. I'm falling apart.
Yeah, I remember, at your wedding too, when you, like, sort of, like, organically were dancing with mom, and that one got me.
Yeah, I fell apart. Fell apart in Mexico.
That I just actually looked at a video of that, and I forgot that somebody had gotten a video of it, and obviously I was bawling the whole time. But I it was so organic, and mom and I talked about that afterwards because I was like, "That was one of the best memories of the whole."
Yeah.
And she was like and I was like, "And it was so perfect, the song." And she was like, "What song was playing?" She literally didn't even realize that it was Dancing Queen. And she told me that, like, obviously they were sitting at that table, and she told dad that she wanted to go be near me because I looked so happy, and I was. It was the best day of my life. And then, of course, Dancing Queen comes on, and we're dancing, and, we get to a point that I'm like, "Okay, is she still okay to be on her feet?" Like, all this kind of stuff,
Mhm.
and she just keeps going and, like, pulls me in, and that'll just be something that I never forget for sure. Seeing her laugh and hugging her and hearing that song in the background, that song will never be the same to me, and yeah, that was a beautiful memory. One of my other favorite memories of mom is the time it must have been 2021 that I surprised her for her birthday at Grammy's house, and obviously, mom was present for all of my life up until that point, but I will never forget the sincerity of that when she opened that door, and I was there with this pot of tulips from the Meijer. I saw in the last exit that there would be a Meijer before getting to Laporte, and she just held me so close, and I had no idea what that day would bring, really, but it ended up looking like us going to the Chinese buffet in Valparaiso, which we then
Mm.
frequented after that.
Mhm.
Um, and finding mom her apartment, and that was just like, who could have thought that that would happen that way? But it did, and it was the most perfect day, and we just had a great time, and I think of that day as kind of the beginning of the new kind of relationship that mom and I have.
Do you guys have memories of mom, like, growing up? Michaela was saying we were talking the other day, and she was saying she feels like a lot of her, important memories are, like, more recent.
I feel like a lot of my memories with mom growing up are from soccer because she was my number 1 fan. Like, she
Mhm.
was at everything all the time. She was
All
at
of her smelly stuff every day.
yeah,
Snapping
every
all those
day.
pics.
Every day. She oh my gosh, a million pictures. Like, when she found the Nikon had action setting and she could just hold the button, and then I remember being at the big Gateway laptop and she would
She would, like,
and then she'd
spend
spam
hours scrolling through them and, like,
yeah, spam
curating
the
them
arrow a bunch of times.
back in the days of Facebook albums.
Yeah, exactly, and she would have full games on there just ready to go, but she was at everything. I spent countless hours going to and from fields in that Pacifica, and that's where a lot of I mean, that goes into my, like, memory of her supportiveness and parenting thing because she was so invested in what we were doing. Like, she was number one fan of things, and she was just a proud mom, and, of course, like, she liked things done at a high level.
She had standards.
I remember that there was one game where I played horrible, and she was not happy. But I look back and laugh now. Character building moment.
Every time I sang anything and she was like, "That was a little flat." Tilt her head, be like, "Mm."
Important feedback. Okay.
It is. Far too many people are told they're all that in a bag of chips and then go into the real world and they can't take it. So it's important to have a little bit of a challenge.
I remember when I was in 8th grade, um, in NACAT. True, I don't know if they still did this
Oh,
project by the time you were there, but we, like basically, we watched this, like, silent film from the 1920s. I think it was called Metropolitan maybe, or maybe I'm making that up. Um, but after watching the movie, we, like, had to do this final project, and it was all about this, like, futuristic society, and we had to, like there was, like, a list of, like, sub-projects you could do, and you had to do, like, a certain number, and, it was, like, very artsy. So it was, like, design, draw, like, whatever.
mhm.
It was, like, crafty. And being who I am, I waited until the last night to do the project, which was an elaborate project. And so I
As one
remember,
does.
like, sitting here at this desk and, like, I was up all night doing this project. And mom woke up in the middle of the night and came in and sat on the bed and just, like, laid here so that she could make sure I didn't fall asleep. Finish the project, slept on the bed, and would, like, wake up from time to time and be like, "How's it going?"
Just resting my eyes.
I did finish the project, so
She always did the really inconvenient things, though. That makes me think of, when I started playing football in middle school, and I was too fat, so I had to lose weight. I weighed 180 pounds going into 7th grade, and I had to be 170 to play. And so she would take me to Wendy's, like, every day so that I could eat just a chicken breast and their chili and their natural lemonade. She
that's
would get
so
up
sad.
she would
Gosh. Shout out, but oh boy.
she would get up early sometimes to make sure I remember on picture day for the first football pictures, she made sure I had steak and eggs. She was, like,
Oh my god,
pulling the deep, like, "What's happening?"
Drew getting steak and eggs.
covered my life.
And she would make sure I she would take me to early weigh-ins for football at the start of, like, flag games, because there would be, like, games all day long, and she would take me in the morning so I could go weigh in so that I could eat during the day.
Oh,
All
I do
things
remember
that
that.
are severely inconvenient,
Also,
but
like,
she did
very
them.
problematic in
Very
today's day and age. Sorry you had to go through that, but
oh my gosh.
Hey.
oh, that's so funny. Well, if she's out here making steak and eggs, clearly her cooking abilities, like,
Well, okay,
improved over the
I don't
years.
know if she made them or if she just ensured that dad made them.
Okay, that's called resourcefulness.
It is.
That's called delegation.
Yep, some are coaches and some are players.
Thanks, all kind.
I don't wanna fast forward to the future, or not the future, it's still the past, but the more recent past, if we're not ready for that. But I this story is burning a hole in my chest, and I need to talk about the time that I took mom to Mojo's. It was phenomenal. It was maybe, like, the first time that she had come to Grand Rapids, other than, like, when I was living at Grand Valley. And we were staying in my little 600 square foot apartment, and that was shared with a roommate, of course. So we were there. I do remember too because I had just met Jason, and mom was the first, like, family member that I told about Jason, and we're sitting at Donkey Taquiera, and I'm like, "So I met this person."
Wow, Donkey and Mojo's, what a day.
Yeah, it was a day for sure. And it was just so awesome. The weather was perfect, the vibes were everything. And then later on in the late afternoon, because we needed to open Mojo's, we were the first ones there. We had
That's the way to do it.
prime spot. And so we go and they start playing the pianos, and of course, there's, like, us and, like, a couple other people, but we're just jamming out, we get a couple martinis, and before I know it, mom's, like, almost slurring her words, and I'm
Oh,
like
That's a sign
April.
like
of a good time.
yes, jamming her head around, clapping with the musicians, and then they break out the trumpet, and everything breaks loose. They get the trumpet, they get the tambourine. We're just enjoying ourselves, and we just had the best time. We stay at Mojo's from, like, 6:30 PM until, like, 10:30 PM, and at 10:30 PM, I was like, "You hungry?" And then so we go to Brick& and Porter, and we get the best table right by the window, and we order an amazing burger. And we're just pounding these burgers. I have this video of that time. It's like time span stamped 10:38 PM. And we were just enjoying ourselves doing that. And never in my life would I have anticipated that me and mom would be doing that together. But it is one of my favorite memories of her for sure. And one of my favorite memories, period, to this day.
Wow, wish I was there.
Yeah, it would have been awesome, that that would have been awesome, but now
Thanks
we
for the
can
invite.
continue enjoying Mojo's now and forevermore.
Ugh, on the topic of alcohol, um, so also the Christmas break of my freshman year of college, goodness, I was a disaster. So my, like, high school class, my, like, high school MSC class had, like, a little holiday, gathering, at the University of Michigan because a bunch of people went to the University of Michigan, so everybody got together at, like, one of the, like, fraternity houses that somebody was a member at, and so we, like, hung out that evening and goodness knows what we were drinking. We were 18 and it was probably exactly what you'd think it was. I don't know. But I remember the next morning, I needed to get clothes for sorority recruitment because it was like right after winter break. And like that was the day that we had time to go. So mom comes in and gets me up at like, I don't know, 9:30, 10, and I'm like young, but again, I don't know what I drank the night before, like, it was not a great concoction, and I was feeling rough, and so I dragged myself up, and we go. And I remember we got to, like, Old Navy or something, and I remember, like, opening the door of the car and just throwing up on the
Oh
street
my
Which
in the
car was
parking
this?
lot. Okay, it was the Pacifica, but I didn't throw up in the
Great.
car, I threw up next to the car,
Good.
and, then we proceeded to go
wow.
shopping.
Just went shopping right after that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What did she say? What did
Okay, she didn't say anything, but, like okay, she didn't s like, it was
she just
so
said, "So
obvious.
you ready?"
It was so obvious that I was, like, so hungover, and she didn't say anything the whole time, didn't make one comment about it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, speaking of puke in the Pacifica, let me tell you about when I went to get my hair cut as a kid. Now, getting my this was a perfect transition moment.
Yeah, what? Different vibes, but same.
Getting my hair cut as a kid was severe punishment. It was like a negotiating tool for me. Like, I'm like, "Okay, swing this for me, and then I'll get my hair cut." It was that bad. So I remember there was one time, and I was getting my hair cut at Trico at the mall because Christy Slosky worked there,
Nice
and,
place.
oh, it smelled incredible, but it was a bunch of ladies, so you always felt a little awkward going in. So I'm like, and that Pacifica, the struts on it made the car feel like it was floating, and I'm already a little wacko in cars sometimes, so it always made me feel sick, and so I get in the car, and I'm like, "Mom, I really don't feel good. I feel like I'm gonna throw up." And she was like, "You're going to get your hair cut." So we continued the whole trip, and it's only like a 20-minute trip to the mall, but This whole time, it's one of those, like, heads on the window, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, it's gonna happen." I'm like, "Mom, I really don't feel good." She's like, "You're going to get your hair cut." And as soon as we get in that parking spot, and she's, like, getting ready to get out, I, like, half crack the door and just puke all over. And it's, like, on the door and stuff, and she's like and she calls dad, and she's like, "He puked on my car." "He puked all over my car."
Well, you couldn't open the door the rest of the way? Like
Hey, we're lucky I held it in till I got to the mall.
my god.
So, surely enough, I did not get my hair cut that day.
I mean, I feel
But
like
that
you've
was
gotten
a
your hair cut. I don't know.
no.
I don't know what was holding you up from the haircut.
Great, now you got it out. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was like I was like 8 or 9. What a good time.
Wow. That was an amazing memory and an amazing placement of plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we have shared Pacifica puking experiences. Michaela, what's yours?
All that I could think about was the one time that I puked in someone else's car
Ooh.
as a child. That was in, like, the Wisconsin era, and it was
Oh,
someone
wow.
else's new car.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You guys remember that green station wagon?
Yes.
With the backward
Ride
facing seats that
yes.
everyone was enthralled by, and I, like, literally could not.
Oh, we were just talking about vehicles.
Yeah, mom, does care for her vehicles.
Forever, absolutely.
Each vehicle
Is
has
that
been
unique?
cared for.
Never forget the reason the Pacifica came in, so that she didn't feel less than in the school line picking up her kids.
Those PTA moms can be a struggle to deal with.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh, no wonder
how about
moms teach
PTA queen?
Yes, the
yeah.
PTA
PTA
queen
area needs a
with
moment to shine.
I remember that PDA.
PTA?
Oh my
No,
gosh,
no, no,
yes,
no,
but
the
she had a
PDA,
PDA.
the little
What?
stylus.
Wow, I forgot about that.
I
You're
remember
So
right.
PDA,
serious.
and that was in Healthy Mom era, but Healthy Mom era was like PTA treasurer because she
Yeah.
was soy nuts at the gateway
Oh,
all the
yeah.
time.
Oh my gosh.
Walking to the Livonia Rec Center.
The goji
Yep,
berries.
Yes, the Joe's
yep.
Produce era.
Armband iPod, the
Oh,
chartreuse
Yes.
iPod.
I've actually gotten into, the kefir game from time to time, and every time I think about that era.
The what?
It's like a yogurt drink that she
Ugh.
used to get, and it's like a drinkable yogurt, I would say.
Oh gosh, oh gosh. That sounds awful.
Well, you were out here doing morning weigh-ins for football, so it was a
yeah,
different
right?
time. It was a different time.
You do what you have to do if you wanna play.
Should we keep going on the Eras train? Go down mom's Eras tour,
I've got too
kinda?
many. I gotta let some people get some here first.
Yeah, Drew will be our backup if we forget anything.
Oh my god.
The most clear one to me is the Bejeweled Blitz era. On full volume, no less.
On the massive
Oh my
gateway
gosh.
laptop,
Yes.
sitting at the computer with the mouse.
Yes.
Hey, I remember going with dad, and we were on a hunt to various different, like, computer and tech stores throughout the day because we were looking for a joystick so that she could more efficiently play Bejeweled and get a higher score. Come to think of it now, I'm like, I don't even think that would've worked if we found the right joystick.
Wow,
What?
that's incredible commitment.
But we ended up coming home with, like, one of those, like, airplane simulator looking ones that, like and it sat in the box for a while. I don't think it ever saw Bejeweled because it didn't work for her. But, man, yeah, she was nuts on the because I remember that's, like, when I started and got Facebook, and all you did on Facebook when you were a kid was play games and, like, use the chat function because you didn't have a phone to text people, and she was always number 1 on Bejeweled Blitz. Always like, way beyond anything that
That should be humanly possible.
well, anything that was possible for me in the 4th grade.
Oh, other eras
Commitment to the game.
are like, remember when she would go to McDonald's and get 4 sweet teas?
4 32-ounce sweet
Yes.
Styrofoam cup, red lid,
yes,
It's
styrofoam
top
called
cup
shelf
is
of the fridge.
critical.
It is called efficiency.
Top shelf of the fridge,
The diagram
always there.
era? You really
Good
called
air.
me out with the soybean era.
So no, soy nuts in that clear container.
Yes.
Always get the handful and then, like, they just, like, sit here like this, and she'd eat them from that.
I think that's all I got for those. Jossie?
Um, well, we talked about her burst mode on her
Yeah.
camera and posting all the soccer photos,
Uh-huh.
spending hours going through them. Okay, this one is a little before your time, but I remember we talk about mom's love of content. I remember when I was probably like 7, we recorded on a VHS off of TV the movie Titanic. And I'm pretty sure we had to record it on 2 VHSs because it's a long movie and there were commercials. And I remember she like wasn't I think she was working second shift at the time. So she wasn't home when it was on, and when you record on a VHS, for my younger listeners, you have to view the program, like, as you're recording it. You can't, like, change the channel, it's gonna record whatever's there. So we had to, like, watch Titanic, while it was recording, and I remember dad was like, "Okay, just, like, don't say any of the bad which, like, Titanic's not even that bad, but, there are a couple moments, and I'm pretty sure I didn't even know what the bad words were when I was 7. But then so we had this VHS of Titanic, and I remember mom watching this movie, like, 15 times in a row. Like, she was really, like, on a Titanic viewing kick. Um, like, would watch it at any hour of the day. Um I can't think of any other, like, shows or movies that, like, I remember her doing that with,
I
but I
feel like
specifically remember Titanic.
I feel like everything she watches, she goes, like, all in.
Yes.
Like, right
Yeah.
now, she would tell you that she's really into Mama June and Honey Boo Boo.
Oh
She
my
was watching it
gosh.
last night.
Um, she was like it last night.
Yeah.
Um, I you talking about Titanic made me think about the first time that mom let me watch Grease because she was so concerned about the nature of the content and if I was mature enough to handle it.
And how old were you at the time?
I really don't remember at all, actually. But
Because I feel like by the time you were, like, 10, you were, like, sneaking downstairs to
by the time I was
on
10,
TV.
I was sneaking watching Jersey Shore. Like, I had that remote going.
Shaquille was 4 years old, and she got permission to watch Grease.
My TV pointed perfectly so you could see it through the vent thing if you were going up mom and dad's stairs. Had to be really strategery. If and I so when we went to bed, I would have my TV on and I would have either Disney Channel or Nickelodeon, and then I would have the previous channel button set for Jersey Shore. Um, yeah, that was a time.
That's crazy.
No, I mean, Jersey Shore didn't come out until, like, 2009, so I had to have been at least, like, 12.
That seems like an appropriate age. Maybe I'm jaded by today's society.
That's so
Right.
funny.
Okay, Drew, it's your turn. Hit us
Oh
with
my
all the
gosh.
hyperfixation.
You guys hit all the good ones already. The sweet tea and the Diet Mountain Dew are the best beverage pulls. The soy nuts were great. That Gateway deserves its own era because that thing saw battles.
What a tank.
That keyboard took a beating for years.
That thing
That
was
lady
heavy
that lady
too.
can type for real.
That was, like, not a laptop that you should be hauling around, like, that thing was a hefty.
That thing was for real.
Her little number pad on the side, she had to have the number pad.
Yes,
I
yes.
feel like that's a trait I inherit. I'm, like, missing out if there's no number pad, which I don't have a number pad, but I can't do it without it.
Or every okay, this is not related to this topic, but all like, listening to mom use her little calculator thing that had the
Oh,
receipt.
the little receipt thing? Oh my gosh, yes.
Ooh, that introduced
Oh,
me
she
to
was so
influencer.
fast too.
She is so fast, yes. Or listening to mom type, period.
She would get, like, in a zone. She
Yeah.
would be looking at the numbers and go,
Flow state. Appointment television, every time, come home from school, Young and the Restless, Little House on the Prairie. I count those as hyperfixation because they were every day.
"Yeah, they sure were."
So you can pick whichever song you wanna use in the intro and leaving music. Trying to
Well, let's
think.
go.
It starts
What's
with
the
a
start
single
sound like?
piano note. Do, 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 do.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that's a good job, Daphne.
That's the one, that's the one.
Okay, let's just get a soundbite of that 2 seconds of Drew doing that.
Or Little House on the Prairie.
I forgot the Little House on the Prairie one, that was a pretty good impression.
So that was always on. Um, hyperfixation that everyone benefited from. Cooking, that was awesome.
See,
When
I
was
was like
that?
yeah, I was like a little I feel like I was a little old for the
All I
cooking
remember is
hyperfixation.
the salsa chicken.
I
That
don't
was
r
good.
I wasn't here for that.
I remember this there was something that she used to make. It had, like, tomatoes, and it was those little teeny tiny
Remember that.
noodles. I have no idea what it was, but it was awesome.
Yeah, it was like the little cylindrical noodle.
Yeah, she would make lasagna, she would make
Yes.
just all these
Remember
extravagant
when she made
things.
that pumpkin bread with the frosting? How
Yes.
many times?
Oh
I
my
feel like she, like,
gosh.
made it, like, 50 times, like,
That
all at once.
It was awesome.
the pumpkin bread was sick. Or banana bread, of course.
Yeah, but that pumpkin bread with the frosting was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
elite.
Man, what other hyperfixations were there?
It's okay, we can't force it. Those are the top ones that come to mind, and we named quite a few.
There was a little time of Les Mis when, like I feel like the time I remember is when we were doing it for my choir concert in 6th grade, and she was, "I love Les Mis." And then we would always have the she would always play the songs, and she had her little stroll down memory lane in that moment. She's like,
Again.
"Tracy." Yeah,
That's
I
it's
forgot about that.
Jean
I forgot
Valjean,
about the
phenomenal.
I'm jealous. I didn't love the Jean Valjean when I went to see it.
It was so
It
good.
was okay, but
I was literally in tears. I was like, "Okay, this is my favorite."
okay, I also cried, and I often cry at, like, musicals. Like, I feel like every single time I go see a show, I, like, tear up a little bit. Like, anytime I go see, like, a live, like, performance, I'm like, "Oh, man."
Why?
just overtaken.
Especially, like, plays and musicals, I will always think of mom. I don't think there will be a single time that I go see a show like that, that I don't think
How
Sometimes
many
I
did
buy
you guys
cheaper seats, though.
how many did you go to with her?
we had season tickets to Broadway Grand Rapids.
What
So,
the
I would
heck?
say over the course of my lifetime, at least 10, like, musicals.
That's
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
I
What's the
think
best one that you went to?
Les Mis for sure. I do remember there was one time that dad got us tickets, I think to go see The Lion King in Grand Rapids, and he thought he was doing the perfect thing by getting center of the row seats, and that would have been great. It's if not every single other person that went brought every child they've ever seen to the show.
my gosh.
And so there were these people that even though we're in the middle, required for us to get up every 10 minutes for them to go do whatever they're gonna do, not in their seat, and just the most obnoxious thing. So that was definitely not the favorite memory. The favorite would have probably been Les Mis. It was awesome, and the Grand Rapids cast was really, really good. So that was cool, especially just knowing how much she loved that show.
I think the only show mom and I saw together was Cats, which was a gift to me as a lover of the musical Cats
Yes,
after my
we are
initial
aware.
concern. Drew, no shows for you?
No shows that we went to. Can't say there were. Oh my gosh, it reminds me though, I remember there was the only shows that I went to with mom were movies, but I remember there was a time when I was younger, and it was when you guys remember Monster House?
Yes,
My gosh,
the
it's when what?
cartoon movie?
Yes, it was when that came out, but it was also when Cars came out, and I had wanted to see Cars, but I was talking about Monster House all the time because it was, like, all that I could think about from the commercials, and she asked me if I wanted to go see a movie, and I'm like, "Cars?" And she's like, "Or Monster House," and I, like, lit up, and
Oh,
then we went and saw Monster House, and the thought of mom sitting through Monster House at the movie is hilarious. I can't even I can't even imagine what she was thinking as this was playing.
Drew, this is a long time ago, but do you remember the one time it must have been during our spring break or maybe we were like even before we would be in school at all, but we were at the apartment in Oak Creek and we thought it was just going to be like a regular day and then mom asked us if we wanted to go see the Jungle Book, I want to say.
The Jungle
That's
Book?
so random.
Something similar, like, it was mom saying that we were gonna go see a movie, and I remember the joy, and, like, I feel like I remember us freaking out, like, in that little hallway that we were gonna get to go see this movie. It maybe wasn't The Jungle Book, but
I don't know.
something in that period of time.
I don't know. I have no idea. How old were we?
Yeah, it was Oak Creek.
So you would have been like
I would've been real young.
5
Yeah,
max?
yeah.
Hmm. I don't know.
Wow, the king of remembering doesn't know.
Oh, okay. Well, when you're pulling from my
That
super
one's
young,
deep in the arsenal.
Watch, mom will know.
I remember like the most random things from Oak Creek time. Like I remember before I had started going to school yet, because you guys were coming home from school, and I had gotten that like Spider-Man stuff with the silly strings,
Yeah, yes.
and she and mom was helping me like get set up so I could get you guys when you
I
got
do
home.
remember
So I
this.
like sat back behind that like dining table. She's like, "You stay." And then you guys came in and I Spider-Man.
I know we already talked about gifts, but I remember, Drew, when you were, like, really into the little aliens, um,
Dad
there
said
were, like
they still exist. They're
for real?
somewhere. They're somewhere.
That's crazy.
I
I
told him I need them.
remember, like, for Christmas, there were, like, specific ones you really wanted, and for Christmas, I remember, like, going with mom to the grocery store, and we had so many quarters, and we got so many aliens trying to get the specific ones that you wanted, and
Okay, but, like, comparatively to
I'm
other
pretty sure
gifts,
it
did
was,
it
like,
cost
my
that
bag
much?
of no, it was just, like, that's a lot of quarters, you
The
know?
visual, like, if we could get the security footage on that one, that'd be awesome.
Standing at the vending machine probably at, like, 9 PM, just spinning, trying to get the aliens.
That's pretty good. What was the one that I was, like,
I don't
really
even
longing for?
remember.
It was probably one that, like, I already had, but I didn't have the right color.
Mhm.
The only alien I can picture in my head is one with, like, a skateboard. Like, I can't picture any of the other ones, but I know there were so many
There was one that
doing
had,
their
like,
little
the
activities.
headphones.
Yes, I do remember the headphones, you're right.
Man, those were awesome. Bring those back. They're
You're
somewhere,
such a
though.
collector.
Dad said they're somewhere.
Mom's also a collector, so she probably connected with your passion.
Probably.
A collector of holiday decor.
Oh, man. I remember coming back from when I came back from college is when I, like, really felt like Christmas decor was a real thing. Like, yeah, we decorated, but, like, the inside and everything, Little Village, I just didn't, like, acknowledge until that point. I had to go and come back for it to really hit home. The only thing I remember prior to that point is being very, very, very meticulous about that stupid swag outside.
Yeah.
I am there, like, pinching binder clips with all of my grip strength at the time, trying to get this stupid thing in the lip. It's freezing outside, and yet it's off center.
And then, of course, one other person in the neighborhood does it, and she goes, "Throw it all away."
Yep, trash it.
A trendsetter.
Yes.
Something, only the best. Bing.
Yeah, her little ice cube snowman. I'm,
Mhm.
like, looking at, like, the Goodwills and the, like, whatever else for any little ice cube snowmen and her old Santas, but only the ones that look historic. I feel like the holiday decorations are, like, very specific holiday decorations are, like I always, like, think of mom. Like, the snowman that lights up and says Noel, like, that thing has been around forever,
Oh my
and it goes
gosh.
out every single year.
Or he's, like, holding it right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Are there other things that, holiday related or not, you will always associate with mom? One that I already told her, but it will still be true forever, are hummingbirds. There was one time at her apartment that she had, like, hummingbird feeders, and she would just always keep those babies stacked up so that so that they would come visit her, and she loves hummingbirds. And I every time I see one, I'll think of her. And I told her about that, and she said to me, she was like, "Yeah, sometimes if you're not careful, they will dive bomb each other." And she said, "Yeah, they'll just look at each other and dive bomb and then say, 'Give me my juice.'" That was what she said. And now I have that memory tied to hummingbirds as well.
What?
Yes. Yes, this is a real thing that happens.
I feel like mom has such specific taste in, like, lawn ornaments, like the road runner, and, like I was just talking to her today, and she has this, like, little frog
She's in the
sitting
frog
in there.
era. Yes.
I was like, "Oh, look at that cute little guy." It's like, "I got him from the dollar store."
Oh, other hyperfixation, random intermittent rodents that would come about.
Oh my
Like when
gosh.
Jossie got a
Yeah, remember
mouse,
when she had a
mom
mouse?
got a mouse. When I got a guinea pig,
Yeah, I do.
mom got the other guinea pig.
Yeah, she has little pig.
Prince the guinea pig.
Yes.
Cute little dude. I feel like there's a certain, like, type of music that I'll associate with mom forever. I don't know how to describe it. Like that Josh Groban-y, like
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like anything
Elliot
that
Yam
sounds like that. Huh?
Elliot Yamin?
Yeah,
Adele.
like that very, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like when I hear something like that, I'll think of I feel like that's just like her style. That's her vibe. That's her music.
Cool mom too. Like, obviously, I am not a very peaceful person. I'm not somebody who typically leans into quiet or stillness. And I told her that I will appreciate those times and moments more because I know how much she would have appreciated them. The moments where it's just clean and nice and quiet and yeah, those times that I'm like, "Okay, what's the next thing?" I'm gonna take more time to relish in and appreciate and think about how much she would love it.
I'll make sure I keep consuming content.
Make sure I keep watching TV and loving every second.
I'll be watching a lot of television.
A lot of television. Oh my gosh. Michaela, I just thought I hate to divert, but I just thought of when we were in the car with mom and we had found your recording
Oh my god.
of if you'll be my baby by Stevie Brock.
Oh my gosh.
I can't recall mom laughing so hard than when we were playing that.
Yeah,
Wow,
you
what a
guys
jam
made
that was,
fun
though.
of me together.
And just turn, turn, get the price on. Yeah, be my baby. Dad, Dad. Yeah, babe. Yeah, babe.
The song at all, but I do remember that.
Where is that recorded? Dad.
That thing.
Need a medley.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh. That's so funny. Dang it. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. I had to get that out. That's what I was gonna say. 'Cause I sat down with mom and just talked with her for a really long time recently, and she asked me about kids, and I was like I was like, "I don't know, mom. I don't know when it's gonna happen. I just you have no idea." And I was like, "What would you say about being a parent?" And she said very for a long time, mom was very practically focused. Mom was very, like, specific, but it circles back to what we echoed earlier, that she loved in a way like no one else. And she said to just listen to them and to love them well, and even when I'm pretty sure we all could say even when we felt like she wasn't listening, she was. And that's our own shortcoming for for thinking that she wouldn't listen, but she always listened. She always knew. She always knew when something was wrong. She always was available and she always cared. And she still does.
I love that she's already determined what her grandchildren are to call her.
She was thinking about that
Icon.
years ago.
She's
Gigi
been
is the
holding
one.
on to that one.
But hey, good on her for putting that stake in the ground.
Yeah, you gotta make your expectations clear.
Stake in the ground. The road runner.
Dad was just talking about the Roadrunner today. He was like, "I gotta get that guy out there." Well, closing thought, parting words.
We being sentimental now because that's my strong suit.
Huh?
Yeah, this is the time, Michaela. This is your time to shine.
Great.
Okay.
Should Michaela go last then? Or who
Okay.
she okay.
Sure. What do you have to say,
What do
Drew?
I have to say? We joke a lot because mom has lots of little quirks. Mom always has had lots of little quirks and tendencies that we all find hilarious, but she can even looking at how mom's grown now, she's even grown to laugh at herself, and she doesn't take herself too seriously. And that is something that I think is so important for all of us that we're all gonna have these little quirks and things, but to not take it too serious, to not we can all joke with her about her sweet tea and her Mountain Dew and her Bejeweled, and she just rolls it off. And even seeing how strong she's been through the past couple years and saying things like you just gotta laugh when things seem super dark. But she's just kept going, even some days when she may not have felt like she wanted to, but she's done it. And she's gonna continue to do it for as long as God gives her time for. And she's gonna be called home at some point, and there is so much peace and glory waiting for her. And so, there is I can't put into words or video all the things that I'm grateful for with who mom is and how she loved. But she was always my number one fan. I'm sure that you guys feel the same. She was always number one fan, and she was always available, and she always loved.
I think something that, like, I really appreciate about mom is, like, when you look at just, like, how she's, like, evolved as a person, like, obviously, everybody changes over time, but I feel like, just the, like, ways in which, like, mom, like, grew, like, continued to grow through her life is really admirable, and I think, like, when I was younger, like I carried, like, some baggage with me from, like, when I was really young and, like, some of the more difficult times, and, like, I look at it now, and it's just so impressive to, like, see somebody, like, truly, like, through the whole 32 years that I've been alive. Like, I feel like just the ways in which, like, mom has continued to, like, try to just, like, do a little bit better is, like, something that, like, I don't think many people can say, you know? Like, I don't think many people could, like, look at their parent and be like, "Wow," like, I can, like, very concretely see the ways in which, like, you looked for opportunities to, like, do better.
It's interesting because I feel like a lot of kids don't get they don't get to look at their parents and see just how much that they've continued to grow. I feel
Mhm.
like a lot of people, they look at their parents and they see the same person for a
Yeah,
lot of
I
their
agree.
life, and I think we've been given such a unique blessing that we saw our mom continue to just change for the better constantly, and not because people made her, but because she just allowed it. And she sought it out, and, I mean, think of all the special stuff that you've gotten to do with her, Michaela, over, in your older years, and, I mean, like you even said, stuff that you never thought you'd be doing with mom.
Yeah. I I have said so many things to mom already, and I'm trying to remember and remind myself how grateful we should be for the opportunity that we can create something like this and let her hear it. Um no, I just wanna say, because I've said so many other things already, the one thing that I haven't said that she has continuously wanted to emphasize and is the importance of family. I think a lot of the ways we've described mom loving come back to the importance and the faith and the love that she has for family. And there have been so many times that she has asked me about you guys and my relationship with you guys and our relationship together. And I think this Baby Betts Live podcast is going to
Maybe that's only live.
Baby Betts Only Live
BDOL.
is going to
BOL.
because we're not only talking about all the ways that she loves and the beautiful personhood that she has, but also it captures what she created that lives on in the 3 of us and will forever. And I think that the relationship that we have is a representation of the love that she gave. And I think it's important also not just for mom, but for moms, period, to be known as themselves, as their own people. And regardless of us, regardless of all the things that she did, she was and is such a beautiful, wonderful, intelligent, kind person. And there are so many ways that she will always show up for each of us. And the uniqueness in that each one of us hold will have different things that will associate with her and will have different memories that are sparked, but they always will at the same time. And I feel like that I could say, there's nothing any of us could say, and no memory in particular that encapsulates all of this incredible, wonderful person. But somewhere in between each of the words that we've spoken lies her heart and her laugh and her joy and all of the things that make any of us human and make her who she is.
I wish I could think of more things to say. This was fun.
We could sit here for hours and hours and days and it wouldn't be it. But we've got love to last a lifetime.
What with that?
Lots of thoughts, lots of love, forevermore ingrained. And this video is just a piece of it. But three, two, one. We love you, mom.
We
All
love you. Wait, we have to do it again.
Oh
We
my
right,
god,
all right, all
please.
right.
that
Gotta
was so
stay in
good.
it. That one's gotta stay. We're not cutting that.
No, we won't cut it out,
All
but
right,
we do do it
try it
again.
again. Try it again. Here we go. Lots of laughs and lots of love that'll be ingrained.
The whole
Lock
thing.
in, Michaela.
Jossie laughed first.
Three, two, one. We love you,
Love
mom.
you, Mom.